welcome to Capelle Livechat, where you get business insight to stay relevant. I'm Sumin, your host today, and we are so glad to have Bill with us back again. And Bill is the Chief Technology Officer of OrangeTee Tie. Hello, Bill.
Hi, Sumin. Thank you for inviting again.
Yes, and in case you're wondering why again, because in the last live chat, Bill was chatting with us about retention. Today, we're going to switch gear and focus on engagement. Maybe start off this by sharing with us how has engagement strategy or how have engagement strategies evolved over time?
I think traditionally, right, a lot of time when we talk about engaging staff, so we say, okay, the company is profitable. Now let's go on a retreat.
Sounds very familiar.
Right? I mean, that's that staff will get very excited and say, oh, where are we going and all this. And also, for me, that's I will bring my team out for a dinner, maybe once a quarter. But today, it's a little bit different. Especially for the so-called the younger one, 20s, in their 30s. Yes, I still want fun. Good, to go on a trip. But is that all? They want to know whether they are contributing to the company. Really, in terms of the performance, I see profitability, right? Okay, good. Company is making money. So what is my part in this? I think that is key. And so then we have to strategize. We have to think from that angle. What kind of things we can do. So then, the staff actually will feel that they are actually contributing. They are the contributing factor to the success of the company. Not just money, but really, that we are going up the so-called the curve, right? Yeah. So I think we have to see from that angle.
Okay. That's very interesting because what I'm hearing you say is that we are moving off from like very event-based kind of celebration engagement to something that is more like a continuous process of engaging the staff.
Yes.
Talking to them, make them feel a sense of engagement, a sense of belonging, a sense of contribution. Maybe share with us some examples of how we have done it in your organization.
The previous session, I mentioned about digital transformation team and the DT team, right? We call it in short. That is a very good platform. We really found, that is a platform where everyone can contribute ideas and tangibly they can see how, the very raw idea become a product. Say, for example, that we create mobile apps for our agents to use and different modules inside, over time it evolved, it changed, and how, that we make the whole app more engaging. We're talking about user journey. So when the staff feel, let's say, hey, my day-to-day experience of using mobile app, now I can really use it. I can really, contribute that to the company. I think that is significant. They feel, they have a voice in that. That's one. Another example, that I could give is we have a research department. Traditionally researchers, right? That's an analyst, or they just look at the figures and then they come out reports, right? So many words, and some charts and all this. That is good. We are still doing that, but we found today the market is a little bit different.
Okay.
Think about this. We as consumers, we as really buyers in the market, right? Property is something pretty dynamic here in Singapore, right? The prices of the property, it just keep going up. In the past, we can see publications. Okay, every month there's new reports. Okay. In the past, that may be good enough, but today, that is not good enough. Today, we're talking about, say, the prices last week and the prices of the property this week, they are very different. Could be, so it's very dynamic. And so for the research team, they also will have to take on this new understanding of work, understanding of the user requirements, so then they can continue to engage the consumers. Now, what I'm trying to say here is, while they are still doing up their monthly reports and all this, but they learn new skills. They learn how to use, say for example, data visualization tools. Once they learn how to use that, then our IT team will come in, right? And to create, the kind of data warehouse, data sets for them to start using the such business tools, to create charts, to create tables, whatever you call it, which is dynamic. Meaning, that we open up for consumer and say, okay, last week you look at the charts, is the curve is this way, right? And this week you press the same button, you look at the same charts again, same parameters again, but the curve is changing. It's different again. Okay, so it gives the consumer a very up-to-date information, and so then they can make wise decision in their property investment. Now that's changed. Our research colleagues, they're no longer just writing paper, but they learn new skill. They learn how to actually use business tools, those what we call data visualization tools, to create very dynamic, meaningful charts for end users. So now they change. They learn new skill, and interestingly, right, they are moving on to become data. In the future, we envision them data scientists.
Wow, that's a big jump from what they used to do.
And they love it. Okay. And they love it because they're at that generation. They're young, right? They love it. It's very interesting because that's this particular colleague in the research department. His background is accountancy.
Okay.
And today, he is looking at data. He's looking at how to really make the charts meaningful, easy to understand, but at the same time very, very dynamic. So I think that's when we talk about engagement, then we have to look at it this way. Say, wow, they have certain training, right? But they also, that have certain aspiration, and if we could provide that path for this group of people, it's a win-win, for both sides, for the staff as well as for the company. We see the talent of the staff, and we continue to develop that. They see the career path, a new career path for them.
Yeah, it's interesting because it also suggests that organizations have to be open-minded to offering their staff alternative career pathway or roadmaps to do that. Because if you don't do that, then the staff will not have an opportunity to explore something different.
Yes.
Is that something that we should look at in any organization, or it depends on the needs of the industry?
Today, okay, I think we will have to accept this, where it's a lot talking about, we're talking about technology, we're talking about data-driven, we're talking about technology-driven, and the younger generation, they born with fingers pressing keyboards. Yeah. So then we will have to look at it, say they are really be able to engage technology very naturally. In the sense, we have to ask ourselves, are we going to reinvent ourselves? So then, that these people will see we are actually keep ourselves updated. We are not so outdated in a sense. Property, real estate industry is an old industry, it's a traditional industry. But it doesn't mean that we stay on to the old way of work. But there's always new way to work. And I would say that, that's it's a demand, the consumer expectation changes. So we will have to change. So they expect us today, to give them, real estate investors today, they are very, very wise people. Because data everywhere, information everywhere, they're able to gather all these things, they make wise decisions. So how then, that's a company like us to go about that.
Okay. So very interesting, because you talk about reinvention. So we reinvent not only for our customers because they have been changing, we also need to reinvent for our staff so that they could be engaged in the whole process and stay with us for a longer period of time.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn our attention to measurements.
Sure.
Retention is very easy to measure. We look at turnover on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis. How about engagement? Do we just rely on like employee climate survey to see that, we have done a good job?
Well, I think it's not easy to measure, engagement. The previous session I talked about, as a supervisor, I would like to look into, the well-being of my staff. I think there's a measurement. Where is my relationship with my staff?
So it's not a concrete, not a number.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Of course, that's we can do a survey, and say, okay, But I think, a lot of time is human. We are all human. We are relational beings. So we are able actually to sense where we are. What's our relationship now? Is it not just master and slave? Or actually, no, we are more than just the boss and the subordinate. We are actually friends. And friendship, it doesn't equate to, because of that, then the staff will stay on, throughout their lifetime and all this. I don't think so. Some may decide to go, later on. I think it's okay. We just give our blessing to the person to go. Okay. But as long as I know, we are still together in this team, we are of really not just work relationship, we are of a friendship. That's we are able to because of friendship, right? That's a lot of things that we can iron out, the conflicts and all these things. So I think that the measurement come more from there.
Okay. So he's being involved in their lives as well, professionally. As well as if we could go even deeper to build that friendship, that would be nice.
Yeah, because I do not believe, right, that our relationship ends when the so-called the employment ends. We still, that's related because we cross path before, and I think that relationship should continue to go on. I mean, that's even with staff left. I still have friends with them, friendship with them, and to talk about, say, hey, how's things going on, and people are still that care for how's OrangeTee doing now, they still engage, that they still want to know. I think that to me is a success. That's important.
Certainly. So not only engaging them while they're with you, engage them even after they are with you, and yes, they still care for the organization.
You will never know, that's one day they learn something really valuable outside, right? And that is suitable for our future here. And I saw staff actually came back again, and they contribute a lot more. So, for example, right, that's we had interns. They work with us for a good season of time and all these things. They really build very good friendship together with the team, and they know that this company is moving on well. They understand our purpose. They understand that's where we are heading towards. They buy in, and after the internship, they may not join us straight away. They want to have some other experience elsewhere. That's fully alright, right? I really think that's good. They learn something good practices, whatever, they can come back, they contribute to us and make us a stronger team.
Wow, that's a very, very far-sighted view on looking at engagement. Thank you very much, Bill, for your time.
Thank you.
Viewers, I hope you also had a very engaging session with us and learned something about engagement strategies and to be used in your organizations as well. So on this note, we are signing off and we wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you.